Hi friends, my name is Nilendra and this is my second video related to Vue JS. So just like as you know that last time we understand what is the actual ecosystem of the Vue JS and how we use the data binding in that. Now one of the colleague actually asked me that how we can bind the HTML entire HTML content into a div tag. So today I'm going to continue here, right? So let's start the coding without wasting the time. So I'm just removing all this stuff I used this time. So I remove the list and here we go. So we have the ID div ID app, and I created the instance of the view. As you can see that even this one EL is the element actually that we bind to this particular div, and we have to give the ID name here. Data is something that we already explained you last time in my last video. Now here I put the message. Inside the message I put Namaste world. Now I'm going to tell you how we can bind the entire HTML content inside the div. So I'm just using the entire div tag. Welcome to the world of Vue.js. So this is the entire HTML. You can see that inside the HTML content, we have a div, and inside the H1 we wrote this text. Now I would like to render this entire HTML content inside a div. Okay. So what I have to do, I have to use the directive, the Vue.js, that is v-html, and without wasting the time, just copy it, paste it here, and close the div. Okay, so I'm using this directive v-html so that I can render the entire HTML element here inside it. So let's see what will happen. Alright, so as you can see this, let me inspect it. I show you. As you can see that this is the parent div inside which we bind this entire HTML tags. Div and h1, whatever we put inside this HTML content. Alright, so this is the one thing which I want to explain you. Now, one of the most important thing today I'm going to explain you is the component. So we are going to understand something about the components today. So I'm going to create a global component. Now, first thing is that instead of app, I'm using this component. Okay, so that I can explain you the entire component. What I have to use to use view dot component. Okay, then the component, the first param should be like the name of the component. So I'm giving it component one. So that everything is optional. So I'm trying to use one of the best feature of HTML5, that is a template tag. So template tag is something which is not going to render directly into the DOM until unless we are not going to call it. By you can say that by using the JavaScript logic and so on. So until unless we are not going to call it, it's not going to render. Alright. So this is something which I created a global component here. As you can see that it is outside the instance of the view. So now what I have to do, so I have given the name component, right? One. So this is something which works like a tag. Yeah, but now I have to create the instance, I have to register it so that I can utilize it. So I'm giving it like COM E. I create an instance just like I did below. Okay, so here I have to give the name of the element. So this time, what ID I have used? I used component. So I'm giving the component. Now, as you can see that the only thing that I have to do here right now, of wasting the time, is to render this component. I'm not using any data or any methods as of now. Okay, because I just want to show you this thing. This is the component one which we created, and I put it inside the component ID for which I create the instance. I mentioned it inside the element of this instance UMP. Okay, so let's see whether it will work or not. Alright, so as you can see this, the first component rendered successfully. Alright, so if I comment this, just very simple way. I did nothing. Okay, I just create a div. I have given this ID and I created a global component which I can use anywhere. For example, let me show you. For example, I created another ID that is second component. You can see that this is a global component which we created. We give it a name, first component. Alright, so this is the global component. And now if I create another instance of this, combine it with a different element. For example, I am using second component. Okay, if I am going to copy and paste this global component, it will going to be rendered inside this div as well. Now I'm going to call it so. Let's see what will happen. Now I remove everything, only global components is going to be rendered. So I created a global component and I utilized that particular component inside two different div block. Okay, so that's it for today. Thank you for watching it. In my next video, I would like to tell you a couple of methods that we can utilize inside of components. Keep watching it. Thank you so much.